What's up guys? I wanted to throw together a quick video of a Sorc build concept I had been working on over the weekend in the Diablo 4 beta. This isn't a guide of any sorts, I just wanted to go over some of the mechanics I thought were really strong in the build I liked. So let's get into it. Before we get started, I am looking into making some more Diablo 4 videos. Let me know what you guys think, if I should do that or not. But yeah, this build was pretty fun on Sorc. I'll be honest, I'll be quite surprised if it goes unnerfed. The concept is built around using Frost Nova to clear the trash packs in the dungeon, and then using Ice Blades on single target. Basically, Ice Blades has a talent that makes it so whenever it attacks a vulnerable target, it reduces its cooldown by 1 second. And then half of that cooldown reduction is applied to your other skills. The enchantment for Ice Blades summons an additional Ice Blade whenever you spend 20 seconds worth of cooldowns. So as you can see where this is going, I basically put all cooldown abilities on my bar, and as I hit them, I basically summon an Ice Blades, they attack, they reduce the cooldowns, and it kind of goes into a little bit of a loop like that. It's a little tricky in the beta because we can only get to level 25, so I could only use one of the enchantment slots. So you'll see that I use the Frost Nova ability, but I'm using the Ice Shard enchantment for the clear. So that's what's happening here. I'm walking up to the pack, I use Frost Nova, and as they get frozen, Ice Shards will fire out at all frozen targets. And I have a legendary power that makes it so Ice Shards will pierce, and I have the talent that makes it so Ice Shards ricochet. So basically, you can kill mobs that don't get frozen because your Ice Shards will fire off at them. There's a bunch of other powers where it does more damage to CC'd targets, keeps them CC'd for longer, damage while you have a barrier, stuff like that. I think this build barely scratched the surface of how overpowered it's going to be. We have, I think, maybe half the skill points we'll have, and the rest of the skill points this build picks up are quite insane. The last point that allows you to, whenever you freeze a target and your Frost Nova ends, monsters will shatter for damage around them. There's a legendary that makes it so if they die while frozen, they'll shatter for even more. So the clear itself is covered pretty well. You can see Ice Nova has cooldown reduction built in, and the big thing is it applies vulnerable to the targets, and it's an 8-second vulnerable against bosses. So you have 100% uptime on vulnerability. Your Ice Blades love that. Like I said, you know, they get the cooldown reduction when hitting a vulnerable target, and then they also apply vuln, so you don't really have to worry about keeping that up. Like I said, I can only run one enchantment, so I'm using the Ice Shard one for clearing, and then I'll swap out to the Ice Blade one on bosses. But once you hit level 30, you get your second enchantment, so while doing this, I would also normally be summoning Ice Blades by just clicking Ice Blade, and I would just be able to use my, my barriers more often. I have Ice Barrier, which puts up a small shield on you, but as you do frost damage, it grows as well. So you're basically doing damage with the Ice Blades and Ice Shards from Frost Nova. You have the Flame Barrier, and here you can see I'm using the Ice Block ability. Basically, you know, you're completely immune while you're in it, and because the ability is 60 seconds, that will instantly summon 3 Ice Blades when you have the Ice Blade enchantment. So that's a nice little burst there, and it gets the cooldown reduction as well. So that's up pretty often. So you have 2 immunities on your abilities. You can also get the legendary power that drops an immunity bubble. There's a legendary power that puts a shield on you when you hit an elite enemy. There's just so many things that work with this build. I'll honestly be quite surprised if all of it goes unnerfed. Personally though, I am looking forward to playing the Necro. I believe that's the class I'll be playing on launch, but it wasn't in the first weekend, so I gave Sorc a try. I'm sure many of you found out Sorc is very, very strong. It has a lot of different builds. This one seemed the best to me. You can see here just how quickly my cooldowns go down. I don't even need to use my Ice Block ability at all. But yeah, that's the video. If you guys want to see some more Diablo 4 videos, let me know. I'd love to make some more. Till next time, I'll see you guys later.